Adam Friedman, Rivals.com, here with Rivals 250 defensive lineman Kelvin Gilliam Jr. out of Highland Springs High School in Richmond, Virginia. You don't have an official short list, really, that's really short. You've got that top 15 or top 12, whatever it was, but really it's a smaller group of schools that are really in contention for you. We wrote the article this past week. Penn State, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma, Texas, a couple other ones are in the mix there. Let's start out talking about Penn State. Where how high are you on the Nittany Lions, and why do you feel so good about them right now?
Yeah, I'm very high on, Penn State. They've been recruiting me since I was, 14 years old as a freshman. So, great relationship with Coach Franklin and the new defensive line coach, Coach Scott. Been talking to the entire staff, frequently. Just actually today, they just got a new defensive end commitment. So, talking about him, researching about him. So they're in a very good place with me right now.
Mm-hmm. Taking another defensive lineman, does that make a difference in your recruitment with them, or are you really not concerned about who else is in this class?
No, not really concerned because I know they're going to take, some great defensive linemen, especially me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Let's talk about Virginia Tech. They were one of the teams that we had on the Ranking the Contenders article here. The Hokies have an interesting relationship with in-state recruiting right now, but you guys at Highland Springs have a ton of great relationships over there. Explain to me where you stand with Virginia Tech right now.
Yeah, this new staff with Virginia Tech, it's all about change. They're changing philosophies, changing their recruitment. So I think, it's all about change with them. And I love to see that, getting a good relationship with the new defensive line coaches, Coach Tapp and Coach Link. Those are impressive guys. Coach Tapp played in the league for 12 seasons. Coach Link, just came from the Buffalo Bills. So just saying, what can they actually do, putting this great staff together.
Mm-hmm. You're going to kind of wait to see how things turn out during the season under these new guys? Or are you going to kind of see where things go during the fall or during their spring practice, or what would be the spring practice, I guess?
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. How about Texas? They were one of those teams on this Ranking the Contenders article. The Longhorns been trying to gain some momentum. What do you think about where they stand with you at this point?
Oh, I've been communicating with Texas for a while now before they actually offered, with the head coach, being a defensive lineman coach, he wanted to actually see me, how strong I could be, how tall I could be, how big I could be. So just really talking to him to actually pull the trigger a while ago and, just seeing, how great Texas is, the prestigious of the school and the history of the school.
Mm-hmm. You've been in touch with those coaches over there, like you said, for quite a while. But who is it that you've got a relationship with, and how did all of that come about?
Coach Giles and Coach Hagan, the defensive line coaches. Coach Hagan coming from Indiana to Texas. Coach Giles, talking on the phone with him a lot. Him hitting me up, talking on the phone a lot with him.
Mm-hmm. Now, Oklahoma is also one of those schools you're very high on. The Sooners are a team that you were going to visit this spring. You had a visit scheduled there. I think you had one to Texas as well, but Oklahoma was definitely going to get you on campus. Obviously, that didn't happen because of the coronavirus and the recruiting dead period, but what made you so interested in the Sooners?
Another thing, like with them, they actually this past week, they actually saying like brought Norman to me. We did a virtual tour together, with the entire staff. They were very high on me. It was me and my parents in there. So, with talking to them a lot, seeing how I could be in their defense, a guy that could play outside and inside for them, which is great.
Mm-hmm. Talking with Coach Thibodeau there, what are some of the things that he brings up with you?
Oh, a lot of things, how great my ability is, how big I am for my size in the way I can move. Just saying, how I could play a true freshman for them, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Have you done a ton of research there about who they've had on the defensive line, how they develop guys, things like that?
Yes, Neville Gallimore, it's someone who's just drafted to, the Dallas Cowboys, a lot of guys like that, just some big guys that could really move.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So there were two other teams that we featured on this Ranking the Contenders article with you, South Carolina and Michigan State. Let's start with South Carolina because I know they were an early offer for you and they've been on you for quite a while. What's that relationship like at this point? Where do the Gamecocks stand with you?
Yeah, I have a great relationship with South Carolina. There hasn't been a day went by without me talking with no one to the staff. Coach Crank, he has been, recruiting me since my sophomore year, but, couldn't pull the trigger yet because haven't been on campus yet, but he actually did pull the trigger, a while ago. So, just talking with them, talking with Coach Mooschamp a lot, just seeing, their philosophy.
Mm-hmm. Have you been down there yet? And when was the last time you were there?
I haven't been to university, but I have been in South Carolina many times.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm sure they'd be one of the schools you visit. But the last school that we featured there, and I'm sure there are other ones that are doing well with you, but the last one we featured was Michigan State. They've got a interesting relationship with your school. The defensive line coach, Ron Burton, went to Highland Springs as a student and played football there. They've got Felton Davis out of there a few years back. What do you think of Michigan State and this new coaching staff under Mel Tucker?
Yeah, a lot of history with Michigan State. With Michigan State, that's it. Coach Birdie, like you said, playing for Highland Springs there. They were my first Division I offer. A lot up there visiting with them, but that was with the old staff. Now they're bringing in Coach Tucker, which is a defensive-minded coach, and just saying, how he feels about me, what he can do for my defense, and how he could develop me.
Mm-hmm. Have you really talked with them much about how they see you fitting in?
Yeah, the same thing like all schools. So I'm playing inside and outside, using my ability in many ways.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm sure that's another team you'll be watching come the fall. Any other schools that have a chance to really gain some momentum with you over the next couple of months?
Florida, Vanderbilt, Ole Miss, things like that.
Okay, cool. Anything really stand out about those three right now?
Vanderbilt, great school, great academic school, SEC football. Ole Miss, same thing, SEC football, great school. And, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Now, obviously visits are on hold right now, but have you decided on which schools are going to get official visits from you when the recruiting dead period finishes up?
Oh, yeah, Oklahoma, Penn State, South Carolina, and some other schools.
Okay, so 3 for sure are going to get official visits. Are you in a rush to make a commitment, or are you going to wait it out a little bit?
I'll probably wait it out a little bit just to see. But, a lot of guys, commit. I will. Started to speed it up. I know that I will be dropping another shorter list within the next 2 months.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Kelvin Gilliam, thanks so much for your time. We do appreciate it. Good luck with the rest of the offseason and this fall during your senior season.
Thank you.